I used to believe giving birth is an experience that every woman survives until it almost broke me. Hey family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Immaculate, a Kenyan mom living in Finland, a channel where Africa meets Nordic life, motherhood, healing, and honest conversations. Before we continue, please pause, grab some coffee or tea, get comfortable, and come sit with me because this story comes from my heart. Today's vlog is not easy for me. In 2023, I gave birth in Kenya. What was meant to be a beautiful, happy moment turned to be the most painful experience I've had. I'm sharing this story not to scare you, but to remind you that you're not weak for needing help. You're not weak and you're not being dramatic for feeling pain. And you're not alone if your birth story didn't go as you imagined. So if you ever carried silent pain behind a smile, this video is for you. On this fine Friday afternoon, what I had been waiting for started showing me signs. It was on my 40th week and now 4 days passed. I was still very heavy, pregnant, and I was really waiting for the baby. The hospital had told me that I needed to watch out for some signs, which included mucus plug, labor. And this Friday afternoon, I started having some pains. After a short while, the mucus plug dropped. And now I called my husband, my mom, my friends, and they told me that you need to go to the hospital. I also called the hospital and they told me, pack your bags and come. My bags were ready, took a shower, Uber, rushed to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, the nurse who attended me did the measuring thing like this and found that I had dilated up to 2 centimeters. They told me that I had to be admitted. It was a happy moment for me at first because I didn't have labor pains. Haha, I thought I was having a Hebraic birth experience as I had been praying for. Let's wait for it. 6 p.m. The pain had gone away. I'm still at 2 centimeters. The nurse keeps on coming, checks 2 centimeters. My husband comes in, brings me a lot of food because with that pregnancy I used to eat a lot. He brings me a lot of food. I eat, and of course tea, some milk, water. So he left me at the hospital because it was a private hospital that was not really big, so he couldn't be allowed in the labor room with me. And I even had some time to sleep. I slept the whole night, no pain. So when it got to 3 a.m. in the morning, the nurse comes in and finds that I'm still at 2 centimeters. The water had not broken, no pain. This woman is just sleeping. And so she's like, I need to break the water for you. Yeah, so this is where all the worries began. When the nurse broke my water, it was green in color. And being a teacher, for this week, a home science teacher, in Form 3 we normally teach about pregnancy, the maternity, child health care. And so we teach the warning signs that a pregnant woman should check on. And so green water or green amniotic fluid is one of them. I asked the nurse, is everything fine? Because my water is green, and she was like, yeah, everything is fine. At 6 a.m. we're gonna come and put you on oxytocin because you're not having natural labor. 6 a.m. comes and the nurse walks in with oxytocin, a very big bottle with some liquid in it, that is oxytocin. And I'm now induced. The pain began. It is a hell of a ride. Mark you, in that hospital, rather to be very specific, in Kenya, I don't think there's a hospital where you get pain management, like painkillers, safe, natural pain relief methods, medical pain relief methods. I don't think there's a hospital that gives such. So I didn't have any pain management methods. I was in pain from morning till evening. So after every few hours, the nurse would walk in and measure my cervix. So the shift of that female nurse ended at around 7 or 8. Then another drama began. A male nurse walked in, and the innocent me requested the nurse to help me in managing the pain by rubbing my back. So as I was rubbing my back, the nurse was getting horny. And I was becoming bitter about it because I'm in pain. And here, young man, you're just rubbing my back as if you're just patting a baby to burp. I mean, I'm in great pain. Help me rub it back. You're not allowing my husband to come in because it's a public labor ward, like everyone is in that labor ward. Then help me, please. Yeah, so I told him that I'm not happy about this. And I also noticed that the nurse was drunk. He was smelling alcohol. It being now on a Saturday morning. Maybe he had gone for some party somewhere and he came to the hospital drunk. The management was okay with it. Well, provided you do your work, then it's okay. I think that is the role of that hospital. I won't mention the name of the hospital. Yeah, so I told him that I'm not okay with this, and please allow my husband to come in because he's gonna help me better than you do. My husband walks in and now everything flows smoothly. Yes, with my pain, and at least I was getting assistance from him. I dilated up to 8 centimeters by 2 p.m. That is on the Saturday afternoon. And the oxytocin was over. The nurse comes in and says, you need to get another bottle of oxytocin. I had to be tough and advocate for my rights, because after seeing the green water, my instincts told me that I'm not going to have the VBAC, vaginal birth. And so I was ready for a C-section. So I told the nurse, please don't put another bottle of oxytocin in me. Instead, I need to have a C-section because I'm not going to give birth naturally, that is through the vagina. And so they tried to insist and saying that, oh, you're a strong woman, you can give a birth vaginally, please accept it, we're gonna take care of you, blah 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 blah. But then I insisted, no, send me for an emergency C-section ASAP because I'm in pain and I'm not gonna give birth through the vagina because my instincts tell me so. And so they had to accept it. They started preparing me at around 3 p.m. That is after a very long conversation with them. They put a catheter. So I knew that an emergency C-section is so quick because this woman is in pain. She's not giving birth vaginally, so she needs an emergency care. Shock on me. I waited up to 6 p.m. with a catheter in me, still in pain, the baby in my womb. Because the anesthetist was not around. They said that he was in Meru, and you guys know how Meru is far for those who have been to Kenya. Meru is like 2, 3 hours or 4 hours away from Nairobi. Yeah, so they took me to the theater bed, put me there, still in pain, even no epidural, nothing, no pain management. And they told me that we have to wait for the anesthetist. Okay, patient me, I was. So when the anesthetist walked in, everything began at around 6 p.m., 6 something, and they prepared me, put all the medication that is needed, the water, and everything else. The surgeon was doing his work. The baby is out. So as the surgeon was performing the surgery, the anesthetist and all the nurses who were present went to look at the surgeon. I mean, went to look at what the surgeon was doing. Remember, the anesthetist or the nurses should also be monitoring my vitals, checking the water, whether it's almost ending or something. I mean, you all can't just go to focus on the baby. You need to look at the mother too. So I started feeling signs of dry mouth. I am getting to be a bit sleepy. And so I told them, excuse me, I was on the local anesthesia, so I need to be alive on this other part of my body. I told the anesthetist that, hey, my mouth is drying up and everything that I'm feeling. And the water was already over. The water that they normally put someone when you're in surgery, the water was over. And so he's like, oh, we need to get water. Is there water in the room? Blah, 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 blah. The nurses now started rushing up and down because apparently in the theater there was no extra water. They had to run all the way to the pharmacy to get water. Oh my God, I saw with my 2 eyes. Hey, they walked in, put the water, and the process continued. After a few minutes, the baby is out. She didn't cry. Why? She had swallowed meconium and she had also breathed in the meconium, so it was in the lungs. Thank God, the Lord and the angels were with us. The nurses managed the process. They managed that situation successfully. The baby was alive. They were able to pump out all the meconium and they put the baby on antibiotics for a week or so and oxygen for 48 hours. Yes, so now they're managing the baby. On the other side in the theater, the nurses present, the surgeon, everyone who was present in the room were now looking at the mom, waiting for her to recover. Yeah, so after the recovery process, I was taken to the ward whereby I was given some instructions. Do not eat for 8 hours. Then after 8 hours, we're gonna get you up, make a little steps to the washroom, etc. That process. It was all successful. I thank God. Now, this woman, that's not the end of it. My baby is in the children's room. I don't know, it's not NICU. I don't know what to call the other room, but it was not NICU, it was not ICU. It was just a baby room where now they are taking care of the baby alone. It's like a baby ward. I was walking in, checking on my baby, checking on the oxygen levels in the computer, and everything was going fine. I was on my knees thanking God. Yeah, so after 48 hours, the oxygen stabilized completely. And now another nurse walks in and says, "This baby has to continue to be on oxygen." And I'm like, hey, damn it. The baby has been stable for like now more than 20 hours. You guys had said that the baby needed to be on oxygen for 48 hours. I'm not a medic, yes, but some things you can see. Why do you have to put more oxygen on the baby? I mean, remember, it's a private hospital, so every oxygen pint is money. Okay, I told him, no, my baby is okay. I can have my baby, and if she will need more oxygen, we will just notify you guys and we will bring her to the room. So I took my baby and went with her to my ward. The whole time the baby was fine, up to date. The baby is very, very fine. In the ward, she continued with taking the antibiotics through IV, and the pediatrician kept on checking on her. Fine. After 5 days, we were released, and I went home with my baby. Very healthy, healthy mama, healthy baby, despite everything that I went through and the baby went through. So, this is what I learned about hospitals in Kenya. As a client, you have to advocate for your rights. And it is very important to have some basic knowledge. If you're an expectant mom, please read more about pregnancy, giving birth, taking care of your baby, because if you don't have the knowledge, someone might take advantage of that situation and you will suffer. So, guys, family, knowledge is power. And it is very important to advocate for your rights. Speak. Don't suffer in silence. I just want to say thank you for sitting with me through something so personal. Sharing this hasn't been easy, but if it helps even one mother feel seen. In my next vlog, I'll be opening up about my birth experience. This time in Finland, how different it was, what surprised me, and how healing looked this time around. If you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you are subscribed, share, and put a like. Share with someone who might need to hear this. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember, your story matters.